I'm Bernice Abubedolansa, grateful that you could join me for this edition. We are coming to you from our studios in Kokomlemle, Accra, live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144, on your digital TV because we are free to air and around the world at myjoyonline.com. It's a city where many dual carriage roads truncate into single narrow lanes while commercial vehicles create loading stations on major roads, creating huge vehicular traffic. That is Kumasi, the Ashanti region capital, where traffic congestion threatens local productivity. Love FM's Erastus Asari Donko takes a look at how productive hours are spent in traffic.
Vehicles moving at a snail pace. Frustrated drivers joining long vehicular traffic.
Movement of vehicular traffic in Kumasi is determined by a number of factors. The place you're traveling to, the timing, whether it's the morning rush hour or the evening rush hour, the type of road, whether it's the dual lane leading into a single lane or vice versa. This is Abrepo, and this road leads all the way to Abrepo Junction, and it's always like this. Commuters can stay in this traffic for close to an hour, depending on the time and the behavior of vehicles on that particular stretch.
Areas noted for tense vehicular traffic include the Santase Kokobin stretch, Atonsu Agogo Road, Tanoso Ebuakwa Road, Abrepo Junction, Tech Junction and Laga Junction Road, the Tafo Old Road, and the Kejetia Central Business District. Kumasi boasts of some dual asphalted roads, but many of them, like the Esueyabua Tanoso Ebuakwa stretch, truncate into single old lanes, creating huge vehicular traffic.
This is an age-old, huge vehicular congestion that has been brought to bear on the people of Ebuakwa. This is Tanoso, and from this end you can see the dual carriage road which goes into a single lane all the way to Ebuakwa, and that is what is creating huge vehicular traffic on this stretch. And people can be in traffic for more than an hour before they reach their destination.
Spend a lot of time. For example, a journey that we could have done in 15 minutes, it takes 2-3 hours, and it's very, very bad.
The traffic is very intense right from the other end. We don't even know whether this road will be completed anytime soon because the contractors have stopped working.
It's very hectic. It's very hectic. We've been through this traffic for a very long time. It doesn't go. So we hope at least something can be done here.
The Sofo Line Abrepo Junction stretch links the Swame roundabout, Abrepo and Bantama suburbs. This intersection feeding these routes is perhaps the cause of this huge vehicular traffic here. On a good day, it takes an average driver 20 minutes to drive through this 1-mile stretch. Vehicular traffic in Kumasi is dependent on time and place. The morning rush hour congestion is rampant in areas like Kokobin, Atonsu High School Junction and the Tech Junction Road. The Tech and Laga Junction stretch builds up as early as 7:30 a.m. and eases around 9 a.m. It can take close to an hour before you reach your destination. There is no notable cause for the traffic too. The rapidly developing Atonsu, Esreso, Sewa, Aputuoja townships has increased vehicular movement along that stretch, creating congestion during the morning and evening rush hours. The Central Business District, Kejetia, is one place to avoid if you are a busy commuter. The enclave attracts many traders, shoppers, and commercial transport operators. The difficulty in evicting street vendors from the pavements has, among other factors, created huge vehicular and human congestion. It takes hours, sometimes, to get out of the CBD on a busy day. This man waits in traffic with his truck full of bags of sachet water. Like his colleagues driving commercial vehicles, his daily revenue depends on how many trips he makes. Traffic congestion means dwindling productivity. I need to convey water to customers on time. Today is even better. At times, the traffic is just static.
I'm an Uber driver, and definitely I've charged for just about 17 cities, and I'm in for about 30 minutes now. It's too much. They should do something about it.
The traffic light is also part of the problem. The timing is bad. It gives small time for movement. You can't even get to work on time. But for these traders, heavy vehicular congestion is an opportunity to make money at the expense of their safety. They make money trading in traffic-prone streets. I trade at traffic-prone areas. Without it, I have no business. The traffic jam at Abrepo Junction helps our business. That of Amakum, Alaga Junction, and Santas Runabout are all ideal places to sell.
So next time you have to use any road in Kumasi, wake up early, check the place and time, and you go home or come to work very early. Reporting for JoyNews, Erastus Asaridonko, Kumasi.
Away from the Ashanti region capital, the over 1,000 housing units of the Saglemi housing project, which was abandoned for more than 5 years now, will continue to lie fallow a while longer. Housing Minister Francis Sensobuachi explains government has requested another review of the extent of work done so far and what needs to be done to complete it. Former Minister Samuel Atachia reviewed on PM Express on JoyNews in October last year that a report by the Ghana Institute of Surveyors pointed to embezzlement of $114 million of funds meant for the project. He added that the Police Criminal Investigations Department had been asked to investigate the matter. 2020 flag bearer of the APC, Hassan Ayariga, in a recent video had criticized the failure of government to complete the project. In a subsequent interview with Kwesi Parker-Wilson, Mr. Ayariga vowed he would give out the units to needy Ghanaians if nothing is done about the project.
I don't want to hear the circumstance surrounding it. What I want to know is that when you are government, you have a sector minister responsible for works and housing, and you cannot abandon huge properties, thousands of homes in this manner, and then you go on commissioning and cutting sword for more houses to be built. It doesn't make economic sense, it doesn't make political sense, and it doesn't make sense at all. So for me, I have appealed to government and I've given them an ultimatum of 30 days to make good use of that property, because we have military who do not have homes, we have the police who are struggling to get accommodation, we have the custom officers struggling to get accommodation, public workers, including the ordinary citizens. These are affordable homes. Why? What is the reason behind leaving such huge properties unattended and abandoned?
So if within the 30 days ultimatum elapse, what then is Ayaga going to do?
I've been getting calls from seat of government, and that they've engaged the minister to immediately start working on the property. I believe that I will take their word, and I believe that they will do something in this regard.
But what if nothing is done about it? It's government you're talking about. Give me some assurance.
30 days is just, we're left with about 25 days. Right. If nothing has happened, I will clean up the place. I will personally clean up the place, clear the place, invite Ghanaians who do not have homes to come and register, and I will assign the homes to the police, the military, the Ghanaian citizens, those who are in need of homes.
That will be illegal.
That is nothing illegal. Illegality.
Not Ayaga's.
Illegality is when you have abandoned what is taxpayers' money and we are paying tax for it, and you are not making good use of it. That is illegality. So that is a financial loss to the state. And if I am defending what is ours, our property, it's not illegal.
So you take over the property if within 30 days
Ghanaians will take over
Ghanaians
will take over the property.
And you assign the properties to Ghanaians?
Yes, and we pay to government.
What authority do you have to do that, sir?
You and I are stakeholders of this country.
Right.
When you see something going wrong, you don't need to call the police in order to maintain that status. It is your right as a citizen of this country to make sure that there is no corruption, there is no misappropriation of funds, there is no abuse of government property. It's your right.
Well, the Minister for Housing, Asensio Boakye, says government has requested another validation as the previous work done by the Ghana Institute of Surveyors needs to be updated.
The ministry tasked the Ghana Institution of Surveyors to conduct a cost and technical audit of the contract executed by the contractors in the context of the variety of agreements and commitments made by the parties to the project. Upon completion of the audit, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors estimated that an approximate amount of $32 million will be needed to complete the project. The Ghana Institution of Surveyors identified several unmet activities that were the responsibility of the contractor, and a press conference was held in this effect. Based on the foregoing, and in view of the absence of the critical primary infrastructure, the ministry sought the advice of the Attorney General, who subsequently recommended for the issue to be referred to the Police Criminal Investigations Department, CID, for criminal investigations into the matter. However, having understood the complexity of the issues surrounding this project, upon assumption of office as the new sector minister for Works and Housing, I directed the Architectural and Engineering Services Department, AESL, a consultancy agency under my ministry, to validate the report of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors and advise accordingly. As recent as 18th March 2021, I have personally visited the project site and have acknowledged the urgent need to complete the project, notwithstanding the complexities of the project.
The sector minister also criticized Mr. Ayariga for publishing the video in which he criticized government. He says he did not do it for the love of the country.
The ministry believes that if the aim of the video was altruistic, as the voice-over narrator attempts to communicate, the thrust of the message would have gone beyond the appeal to populism from what is clearly a superficial dab at the challenges confronting the Saglemi project. For the record, the government of His Excellency, the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, upon assumption of office in January 2017, has recognized the urgent need for the rapid resolution of these challenges, thorny as they may be, in order for these properties that have been developed at great cost to the state to be completed and made available to the citizenry.
You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedulansa. We'll be back with more right after this. Thank you for staying here on News Desk. We'll definitely take you to KNUST when the Akoto Memorial Lectures begin. But let's stay a while on the Saglemi housing project because it's of major concern to many, many Ghanaians. JoyNews' Kwesi Parker-Wilson visited the project site and reports.
Cow dung littered on the dirty tarred roads is the first thing you see upon entering the abandoned site project, which sits on a 300-acre land. It's fast becoming a grazing field for cattle who feed on the weeds growing within the median of the buildings and its surroundings. Street lights, yet to be connected to the national grid, have been mounted in front of the buildings, and the drainage system is visible in between the tiled rows. The housing project comes in 2 categories: a 2-story building with 9 apartments each and another 2-bedroom self-contained apartment. The cream and ash painting on the buildings were fading, perhaps due to being exposed to the vagaries of the weather. Now, let's quickly take a scan and go through some of the houses or the rooms to understand what you have there. I'm talking about the apartment. So, first of all, of course, you see the 2-story building, as I mentioned. Now, if you look at my right, for example, this is where it was expected that it would have the meters. And so each room or each apartment would be connected to a meter, which is going to give them electricity as well. Now, to my immediate left is the one of the apartment. And so I walk in, the doors are firmly fixed doors. Of course, you could see that there is a security door because you could see from the inside who is knocking at your door. You also have your light knob as well. Now, if you look here, these are it's a tiled floor, actually, I should say. It's a tiled floor, fully tiled floor. We have all the connections with regards to electricity, and of course you could see some of them having the bulbs as well here. And so this presumably is expected to be the hall of this particular apartment, and I get a sense that it's a 2-bedroom apartment. And so if you move away from the hall, to my immediate right is another bedroom. It appears to be that it has also been completed as well, but the only difference is that the place has been abandoned. But of course, you can see some weeds here and there, and because it's been raining and they haven't access to the room, the floor is a bit kind of muddy, untidy. That is the situation here at the Saglemi housing project. Now, let me take you to the washroom as well. Now, if you come to the washroom, this is expected to be the toilet room where, of course, you want to discharge your human waste. Here, you have a sink here that is equally furnished. They have the lamp holder for the bulbs as well. The doors fully, installed here at the washroom, I should say. Now, shortly when you move from there, you come to the bathroom. That is where you have to take your bath after a long day activity, or perhaps this is where you have to be. And so look at the state. Very untidy. The place is in a mess, I should say. You have a shower here, of course. So this is supposed to be the bathroom where you take your bath in the morning if you wake up, and of course when you return from work. And this is another door, but unfortunately I can't have access to this door. It's locked. I don't know why it is locked. It appears to be the only door I've seen that is locked. All the doors have been opened. So this is the current state of the Saglemi housing project. And of course, you might be wondering, where is the kitchen? Here is the kitchen. This is the state of the kitchen for you. They have their sink. And of course, this is the state for you. Very, very untidy. And and of course, the burglars are here. So this is the current state of the kitchen. And of course, this, I'm sure, is expected to be the storeroom where you keep some of your utensils and some of your products and all that. So this is the state. This is the current state of the Saglemi housing project. A 2-bedroom apartment, 4 each, and as I mentioned, is a 3-story building. Each building has 9 apartments in all. Right, so I want to take you upstairs so that you check what is there as well. But I'm sure the situation will not be different from what you've already seen. But the point is that even look at the staircase as well. It's unkempt. There are no cleaners around to sanitize the place or properly to keep the place in check so that the place will be in the proper shape. So this is the first floor, actually. And to my immediate left, that is where you have a better appreciation of the doors. And these are the doors that have been fixed with almost all the houses here, or all the apartments, I should say, here. Now, here is another apartment. Now, let me enter. Of course, there's nobody in, so I cannot knock. I easily have access to the place. So this appears to be a single room self-contained. And so, of course, it's expected that here will be probably your hall and kitchen. Of course, if you look at the setup, It is likely to be a hall and a kitchen, whilst here becomes your bedroom. This is expected to be your bedroom. And of course, I mean, you can see some 2 plastic chairs here, and of course the washroom as well. Let me see if I can have access to the. Of course, that's correct. So this is the washroom as well. And there's one thing you notice: that's all over the place. That all over the place. The place is extremely dirty, extremely dirty. So this is the current state of the Saglemi housing project, where the NDC and NPP have been having issues with it. It's a controversial project. I mean, a huge controversial project. The NPP insists that this project hasn't been completed. The NDC insists it's been completed, but we are doing our own checks, and we are realizing that it is almost completed, I should say. And of course, again, so there's one thing that you should observe. This door, this security door, has been installed in all the apartments. That is the security door procured to fix these apartments. And you could see the rubber on it. And because it's been there for a very long time, it's peeling off gradually. It's peeling off gradually. So that is the situation here. And here is expected to be your kitchen as well, and your hall. So this is the size of the hall. The size of the hall, well put in place. I mean, and if you look at the sockets, it's brand new, and the rubbers are there to preserve it. So these are the sockets, brand new. And because the place is dirty, when I walk, you could see I leave traces of my footstep. And see what I'm going to do. So trying to wipe the floor, which is a tiled floor. So eventually the place needs some kind of serious cleanup exercise should be executed here. So again, there's a washroom. Equally, you have the water closet in the sink as well, where you can paste, and of course discharge your human waste. Here again is your bathroom, and again with the bathroom they have the standing shower. All of it here, the standing shower in all the bathrooms as well. And of course, here is expected to be your kitchen. I mean, your bedroom, sorry. It's expected to be your bedroom. So this is the current state. And of course, you see your shattered glass, where you can open for fresh air. And you could even stand in your bedroom to have a conversation with a neighbor who is just across the other end of the building. So this is currently the situation here. Most of them have been abandoned.
Spiders have laid their webs almost in all the rooms. One thing that is conspicuously clear is with each passing year, the buildings continue to deteriorate. For JoyNews, I am Kwesi Parker Wilson.